Greetings to you all, my friends all over the globe. It is nice to see you again on this site. I hope that by God's grace, you will learn and get to grow in one way or the other and be inspired. I will be happy if you will be able to share with your friends what you have learned, because sharing is caring, and also that you will comment so that I will get to learn from you as well, to interact with you, and that you like, and most probably just subscribe so that you get notification every time we post up something. Last time we spoke about issues to look out for before you settle down with somebody that you will call your wife or your husband or a spouse. I just highlighted some things, and now I want to pick one of those things, and in particular I'm going to talk about compatibility. I want us to understand better what is compatibility. Whether you are already married, already in a relationship, or you are just taking steps now to establish one, you need to understand these things clearly so that you are informed as you make your decisions. But what is compatibility? In most cases, when people talk about compatibility, they think it's about similarity, or it's about commonality, or what do we have in common, or what things do we do similar, or where do we meet each other in terms of do we subscribe to the same ideology or philosophies or practices or beliefs and things like that. But last time I used the word from the prophet Amos chapter 3 verses 3, as the Bible reads, "Do two walk together unless they have agreed to do so?" In other translation, can two people walk together? No, unless they agree. So what is compatibility? Compatibility is not similarity. That must be clear. Compatibility is not commonality, what you have in common. Compatibility is characterized by a few things. One, compatibility is all about agreement. Can two people work together? No, unless they agree. Not because they are the same, not because they have a lot of similarities, not because they have a lot in common, but they have made a decision to agree to work together, irrespective of their differences, and try to put up with one another in a way that edify them, that brings them closer, that brings them out stronger, that makes them more effective. So it's about agreement. Compatibility is about patience. You know, when people try to say, I'll put up with him, I'll put up with her, and try to make the most or to get the most out of this person, or try to mold each other in such a way that we become a better couple, we become better people altogether. It's not about converting someone to be like me, but it's about understanding that person with their differences, and me coming into the life of that person with my differences, and try to say, with all these differences that we have, how do we meet each other and grow each other, mold each other, and make each other productive? You know, compatibility is about compromise. Sometimes it's also sometimes about understanding another person. So remember, it is not similarity that breaks homes. It's not similarity that breaks relationships. It is differences. When differences get to a level of maybe irreconcilable differences, then of course you expect a breakup. It is hard to hear a person saying, I'm moving out of this relationship because we are the same. In terms of character, in terms of vision, in terms of, because I don't think people will normally break up because of similarity. It's mostly their differences that have become irreconcilable that leads to a breakup. So I'm believing that you are getting a picture that compatibility is not similarity and compatibility is not commonality just because you have something in common and you feel you are compatible. No. So compatibility, like I said, in the ingredients of compatibility, like I said before, is understanding, is compromise, is agreement, is patience. Those four are key. But look at this. Science teaches us that like poles repels each other, but unlike poles attracts each other. So compatibility is about the ring or link of attraction that exists between two different people. You are different in such a way that each one of you is coming from their own end. This one is coming from this end, the other one coming from this end, and you meet here to form up a relationship. You are different in terms of how you were brought up. You are different in terms of visions. Of course, the lady has her own vision, her own ideal type of relationship or husband she's looking for. And a man has his own vision and his own ideal type of woman he's looking for. You are different altogether. You are different in terms of order and law and order. You are different in terms of character. Some are introverts, some are extroverts. You might be all introverts or you might be all extroverts, but not to the same degree. You still have that difference. You are different in terms of how you perceive spending. You are different in terms of fashion. You are different in terms of your level of spirituality. Even if you are all Christian, your level of faith may not be the same, at the same level. There's always that difference. There's always that difference. You might be different even in preferences. And compatibility is trying to find the link that holds the two different people together to make the best out of them. Let me give you a good picture. Oh, sorry, I don't have a pen here. You have a pen. You have the inner part of the pen where the one that you contain the ink, and you have the cover. These are two different guys. You have the pen, which is even taller than the cover. If you look at it, the cover of that of the ink carriage is always shorter than the ink carriage. The ink carriage is always taller. The cover is shorter. But for them to make a pen as beautiful as it is and as powerful tool as it is, now there are some additions that are made there. There are links that are added so that the ink carriage can fit there, properly. So that is what makes it compatible. That link that holds it together and makes it fit into each other's life and even makes it more powerful, more meaningful, more valuable, and more complete. So those links, those additions, or cuts, sometimes the pen cover or the carriage cover have to be cut, to be shaped in such a way that it can fit there and become a complete pen. So those cuts, those rings that are added, those additions are the compatibility facets that makes it compatible with one another, that makes it whole. So compatibility is about finding those links, because a relationship breaks up when one of those links is hurt. A relationship starts to be shaky when one of those links is cracked. What is it that links you together even though you are different? That's what you have to look out at. But we are going to look into this concept of compatibility more further, because I want us to look into specifics, issues like spirituality compatibility, financial compatibility, sexual compatibility, social compatibility, mental compatibility, health compatibility, character compatibility, career compatibility, and all other aspects of life. So when we get to those nitty-gritties, I am hoping that you will get to understand it better. Let me remind you to like, to share, to comment, and to subscribe. So I pray that this gives you some kind of a picture of what compatibility is all about. But the next episodes, because they will be talking about particular aspects of life, I think will even make it more clearer and more easier to understand, and even give you a guide on what specifics that you have to do in terms of assessing your compatibility. Until next time, don't forget to like, to share, and to subscribe. God bless you. Bye-bye.